Hello, my lovely collective, Wendy Joy, Love and Light. I was asked recently if I felt alone, and without hesitation, I said no. And, I got a bewildered look upon me because I don't get really any visitors. I don't really get many phone calls, and nobody, is in my inner circle. I live alone, and my animals are, you know, companionship, but everything has an expiration date. I lost all my cats and I'm down to one dog. So this used to be a house that had 5, 6 animals in it. So then you would never really feel alone, right? But even with just me and the dog, I still don't feel alone. And they wonder why. And I simply just answer them without them asking, because I feel my spirit team is all around me, and I am of an energy source that realizes, recognizes, and remembers that energy is everywhere, and that it doesn't need to be in one particular form in order to fill your surroundings. Now, I know that I can't see, but I can feel all of the love around me, the compassion, the healing energies, the encouragement, and the hand of approval, meaning that the direction I'm going is fulfilling the contract I created, the things I wanted to learn, I wanted to be involved in, wanted to overcome, and show others that when you keep your choice, when you make a decision and you base your life around morality, right? Because I inevitably chose morality. I chose the good. Even though I see the good potential in everybody, I also realize that what they show is what everybody else sees, including them. And they can't get out of their own direction until they're able to see above the facade that they built, or the energy that they chose to keep when they were trying to figure out what their place was in life or how to survive. And in that amount of time, a lot of people have come my way, but a lot of people have left too, whether it be friends, family, co-workers, whatever the 3D connection was in human form. They all came and stayed for a time, and then they all left. Either they left on a better note, or they left because our energies collided, meaning that I was able to see through the deception, the lies, or the stagnicity that they chose their life to be. And my energy never really mixed well with energy that has given up, that has thrown in the towel, or picked the easier road thinking that they were going to get higher and standing. Well, that may be in certain circumstances and situations, but that's this monetary, that's the negative, the demiurge, the possession, the conquering, the domination of, right? The superiority over others of. And I don't really feel that that's a positive virtue at all. I don't never thought that. As a matter of fact, that's the biggest reason why I collide with a lot of others, because I simply ask them, who gives you the right and what makes you better than another? We are all of the light, and when we realize our divinity, the wholeness envelops within us because the remembrance is strong. The connection is, tight, and the information is direct, meaning that we can sink into universal consciousness in that vast library of wisdom and knowledge, and feel the enormity of complacency, of fullness, of completeness, of lack of nothing, having everything. And that is us in, where we came from. And as we come here and we walk through human existence, it's always been our path to find the spiritual side of life and intertwine it with the physical aspects of actually living, loving, and touching life, right? So when I'm asked, do you feel alone? No, never, because I feel the direct connection between where I was created within, right? Because I'm an emanation, just like you're an emanation. We are of conscious thought, which is the first thing that the monad, set into place. And her name is Barbella. Conscious thought and divinity links us to our Creator. And when we regain the path of understanding spirituality and feeling and sensing the energy that surrounds us, it gives us a much better position to see, to feel, to emanate of, with, and from all that is holy and divine. What was created in order to provide learning life lessons and help us to evolve into a spiritual connection, kind of like a cycle from birth throughout life. We're given trials and tests, even people, situations, or places that were meant to awaken a spark within us to help us on our journey of realizing that none of us are truly alone. Even if we stand in a space by ourselves, we still have, the entirety of our light essence that's linked to the spiritual, that's linked to the divine, that's part of the whole. So I am never alone, and neither are you. If you would like to talk about it, by all means give me a shout. I know that my words seem choppy and broken up, but it's because there's still a little bit of a disconnect between everything that's going on in my brain, like all the words that I want to say, and the ability to push them out of my mouth easily and effortlessly. But as I continue to strengthen my muscles, everything will become better. And I am becoming the best version of me by continuing to have strength and, courage and momentum to continue to talk, even if there's nobody to hear me. But there always is someone to hear me because there's energy everywhere. And when I do talk in a room by myself, I'm talking to my spirit team from beyond this realm, from, above this place, from where we were all energy basking in wholeness before we chose to incarnate into a body. So I embrace my physical body, and I am working on it diligently to bring it back to form, fluid form, where I can just easily lift and bend my leg. And I can lift my leg to an extent, and I can hold it to an extent, but I'm working on daily progress because that's what it takes. A nice, clear, loving heart, an intentful mindset, clarity while I'm achieving my goals, vision while I see the outcome before me, which is me walking, maybe dancing, maybe skipping, jumping rope, speaking clearly, freely, seeing without limitation or haze or glare, and doing it with my spirit team that surrounds me every minute of my life. And just so that everyone is clear, your spirit team isn't going to stop something from occurring if it was meant to occur in your life, or even if, it wasn't, but they're going to show you that through your own courage, you can right, fix, and enhance whatever may have happened to be the best version of you through more perseverance, more determination, clear thinking, forward moving, a loving heart, and remembering, recognizing that you are never alone. Your spirit team is always with you. And when you listen to the vibrations, when you feel the sensations, you really listen with your inner mind, your higher consciousness, and you see through your third eye, then you'll be able to realize that the sensations of love that you feel around you are your spirit team encouraging you. Or it could be your inner divinity, your higher consciousness, leading you out of a fire pit into a blessed brand new day where there is no havoc in your way because you would have overcome it already. And that's what I see for me, and I see that for you too. So together, we have the ability to lean on each other. So if you really feel like you're alone, even if you're surrounded by people, then call me, because I can remind you that your strength, your warrior force, your worthiness surpasses what limited sight that you seem to feel you can only see right now. I'm sharing my energy with you because, like other people have said to me in the past, you're not one to give up. You're not one to lay down. You just keep getting up and doing what you have to do to go on, whether, you have support or not. And I said, I always have support. The divine spirit realm supports me in everything that I do. They've always supported me my whole life because I've never wavered from wanting to help and guide and encourage others, especially to remember their worth and their ability, their potential, their possibility. And I'd love to do that for you too. Just